What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for MicroStrategy Incorporated with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So, guys, welcome back from the Thanksgiving break, and today we have another market session to go over for MicroStrategy. And just this morning, found out that MicroStrategy now owns about 402,100 Bitcoins, worth about $38.4 billion, with an average price about $58,000. So very bullish. The company owns almost 2% of the total supply that will ever be created for Bitcoin, which is astonishing, right? Only one company can do that. Only one company has done that. Imagine if just 10 companies try to do what MicroStrategy did, and bigger companies, MicroStrategy as well. So again, very important news update there. Another news update is that I do have an affiliate link for TradingView. A lot of people ask what software I use for charting. TradingView is the one I use. It's probably the best one out there. Very popular, very professional. You can practically do anything you want on the chart. If you guys are interested in getting a TradingView membership, make sure you use my link in the video description below to save some money. That's all I have for the news. Let's go over the MicroStrategy chart. So let's go over how someone would analyze this if they just opened it up. So when you first open it up, you're probably going to see the daily charts on the regular candlesticks, and it's going to look like this, right? And then if you zoom out, it kind of looks like a bubble because I'm using a regular chart. So the thing is, MicroStrategy is not really in a bubble right now, not yet. It's definitely in a very strong trend, and it looks like it, but it's not in a bubble. Now let's take a look at the log scale. So you have to use the log scale whenever a stock rises above like a couple hundred percentage points. And also the second time when you want to use log scale is when you want to see prior data that's too small to see on the regular chart. So that's when you want to use the log scale. So now we're on the log scale, and now it looks kind of like a nice uptrend, right? It doesn't look like a bubble anymore. So let's go over the dominant technical pattern, which is a uptrend, and we can go ahead and represent that by a trend line or a channel. I'm gonna go and use a channel to show you guys how I do it. Connect the swing lows, drag up to the highs, and you can see that we did push through that prior high right there. And this midline also fits really well. So this midline or this channel high, it looks like that's where price got rejected from, right about there. So we did see a little overshoot of the channel there, which can lead to a decent sized correction. However, when price hit this side of the channel right over here, we did not work its way to the opposite side, so the trend got stronger. So that tells me that we're probably not going to be following this angle of attack by the bulls. Most likely there's a sharper angle of attack, and you can go and draw another channel, something like that. And this one makes more sense right over here, this orange one. So let's go and erase that yellow one. So this orange one off the swing lows, drag up to the highs, that's where price got rejected from. Again, market structure says when price hits one side of a channel, it will work its way to the opposite side, and the opposite side is right over here. So it's quite a bit of ways, for a drop from MicroStrategy that it looks like to be somewhere in the mid 250s to the lower $200 level. So that, again, that's a possibility. But however, just like for that yellow channel, price did not reach the opposite side. So we might stall out again, like maybe halfway, maybe stop at the lower 300 level and start a more aggressive channel. So always keep that in mind as well. But as right now, this is what we're working with. We have a very steep, or not a very steep uptrend, but we have definitely a steep uptrend in play, and price just hit the top side of the channel. So expectation is a correction. That's what we've been getting for the past week or more than a week already in MicroStrategy. So it looks like price is correcting lower. We just hit the top of the channel. We can work its way to the bottom. There's also a gap right over here, empty space that can be filled. Not all gaps do get filled, but whenever price is trending towards a gap, it can. So that's at the 280 level. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. And also, we have to take into consideration all the aspects of the chart, right? The bullish momentum and also the bearish momentum. So there is this bullish uptrend line in play. So price would need to break that to go any lower. So got to keep that also in mind. So what is the chart telling me in the near term? Well, it tells me we got a strong rejection off the channel highs. We have a little bounce, and that could lead to another leg down, right? This is all one large leg right over here. And we saw a little lower high. If that stays a high point, we can see another leg down That'll take price right to the 259 level, 260 level. So let's keep an eye on that, but it would have to go through this bullish trend line. Let's go intraday. Intraday, we're going to see more details about what's really going on. So you see that price hit the top of the channel right over here, big red candle, big rejection. So that was definitely in play. Price was staying below this bearish trend line, but all of a sudden the price broke through that bearish trend line, and now it's starting to go kind of sideways on us. So let's go and draw that support out. So there's definitely a lot of support right over here at this 377 level, right? 375 level. This was prior resistance right here. Price pushed through and it found a little bit of resistance before pushing through right over here. Went up, got rejected from the channel highs, went down back to that level, tested for support, broke through lower, failed breakout, went back up, tested for support. Now it's testing for support again. So basically, the market changes control, right? It hands the control over to the market participant. So for example, the control of the market was by the bulls right over here, right? The bulls were in control, and then the bears were in control, and then the bulls were in control, and then the bears were in control, and the bulls were in control, bears were in control, bulls were in control. Now who's in control here? Well, this is what you call a market equilibrium, when the market is balanced, meaning the aggressive buyers and sellers generally match each other. So this is what's going on. We're seeing a little imbalance take place, a lot of uncertainty in the market. Is this level going to hold and we're going to get rejected, maybe retest the highs of the channel? Or is this level going to break and we're going to see that another leg down that can occur? Because overall, this measure move is technically still in play. This one right here. This is all one leg right here. This is the second leg. Price did not reach it. It's at the 308 level. A lot of times you'll see two attempts at it. This is the first attempt that failed, and this is the second attempt. If the second attempt fails here, we're going to see price come back up to this 351 level to stop out the shorts, and then probably move up to the 550 level. So overall, you have to look at the market in different states, right? In the long-term state, it's bullish, right? Because we're in this very long uptrend orange channel. Bitcoin is bullish, and Bitcoin is in this cycle, and most likely it's going to be following Bitcoin pretty much. Not exactly, but it will. And again, that's the long-term picture is bullish. Short-term picture is a little bit bearish, or you could say the medium-term picture, and then the very short-term picture is neutral, right? So there's different states you have to look at the market. So overall, what am I predicting to occur? Well, again, price come back down to this trend line right over here, which coincides with that measure move target. So if it does break out, this is definitely where I can find support from, right over here. But again, it's not really moving down or moving up. So we just have to wait and see what the market is trying to do at the end of the day. It's not giving me a clear decision. It can do both things, right? The market is setting up to do both things. It's not really clear what it wants to do. I know 99% it will probably continue higher in the long term, unless we see something crazy happen for the stock. But in the short term, it's just not really clear, right? It was clear right up here that, okay, price is due for correction, and I can be near certain that it's going to drop. And then when price was working its way down, it was also pretty certain that it would continue lower. But all of a sudden, price had a failed breakout. Bears did not look that strong, and now bulls don't look that strong. So it's just uncertain in the short term. So you have to be patient and let the market tell you what it wants to do. So overall, we have to just wait and see. What's more likely? More likely is more downside, because we just hit the top of the channel and price normally works its way to the bottom. We have room to the trend line, and we're not really seeing strong bullish momentum either, right? So again, more likely is downside, but more than anything else, it's just neutral in the short term. So that's what's been going on for MicroStrategy for the past couple of days now, basically since last week, Wednesday. So we'll have a better idea if we see a breakdown occur of where it's headed, and then we can look for some targets. Or if we do push up higher, we can look for some targets to the upside. As right now, it's long-term bullish, but short-term indecision. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart, very strong. You can see that it continues to push up higher and higher. Nice uptrend channel in play. Most of the price bars are above the EMA. EMA is pointing up. We got a little bit overextended from that EMA. So it could be cooling off right now, just like we did over here. Got overextended from EMA, finally pulled back to it. So that's what could be going on right over here as well. A lot of times price will come back to the EMA in these trends. So something to keep an eye on. Even Bitcoin, what is Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin is also consolidating, right? It's staying in that mid $90,000 level, which it likes. You have to understand that every market has its own personality. So Bitcoin's personality generally is when it breaks out of a level, it just consolidates, right? It breaks out, consolidates. It breaks out, consolidates. Generally, right? It doesn't break out, pull back to the prior level and then go up. It doesn't pull back to the prior level and then go up. Sometimes you'll see that occur in a lot of times in trends. But in this case, Bitcoin just pushes up, consolidates, pushes up, consolidates, because it's a very strong trend. Just like MicroStrategy, it's pushing up and consolidating. It's pushing up and consolidating, right? So this was a push up, consolidation sideways, push up, consolidation sideways. So we could just be replicating what we did back over here, taking a break probably till the end of the year, sideways trading before breaking out higher. So that could be a long sideways trading that can take place. But overall, bullish long term, short term, little indecision, waiting to see what the market is telling me what to do. So overall, I mean, I would still think this is a good entry price if you don't have any shares. I mean, you're looking at already about a 50% gain if you can go back up to that prior all-time high, about a 43% gain. If you want to take that chance, if you want to wait a little bit lower, where it can possibly go to at the 310, then you're looking at a 75% gain, 76% gain, just to go back to this prior all-time high. So we'll have to wait and see. But that's all I have for MicroStrategy and daily weekly charts, and most likely I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.